A while back, we did a poll on YouTube and asked you what you wanted to see more of. And y'all really like slow cooker meals.
You really, really did. And the other contenders in the categories were skillet, one pot, sheet pan, air fryer, and then somebody wrote underneath as a suggestion is instant pot. No instant pot. We are slow cooker people, and that is a-okay. A lot of them, you know your instant pot. If you can do it in the slow cooker, you can do it in the instant pot. You know yourselves.
If you've watched our channel for a while, you know that my introduction to the instant pot was like it pressurizing and covering my ceiling with sauce. And so we have never been friends since
We're a little gun shy.
Not that I haven't used it since then, I have, and I do use it for things like cooking our chicken when we're going to be using the chicken in, some of our freezer meals and need it cooked ahead. I have stayed away from a lot of the meals in the Instant Pot, especially ones that might have a colorful sauce that would spray my ceiling.
And we still haven't convinced you to buy an air fryer yet.
Not yet.
We're getting there. We're working on it. We'll get there. So these are dump and go crock pot recipes.
We have chosen 5 super simple meals, and as always, our suggestion would be to double these. You can make all 5 of these in less than 20 minutes, but the truth is you could just as easily double them and make 10 in those 20 minutes. So the first recipe that we're gonna show you today is our zippy shredded chicken tacos. So flavorful, so good, and most importantly, so easy. To get this 4-ingredient recipe started, you're going to add your boneless, skinless chicken breasts into your large freezer bag. Then you're going to add taco seasoning. You can buy it in bulk and spoon out 4 tablespoons, or you can just add a packet. Then you're going to add some dry ranch seasoning, that's going to be 2 tablespoons or half a packet, some fire roasted tomatoes, that's it, that's all. You're going to squish that around to combine it in the bag. You're going to get out as much air as you possibly can, because when you're freezer cooking, air is the enemy, it causes your freezer burn, we avoid it. Then you're going to seal it and lay it flat in your freezer. On the day you go to cook this, you just thaw it, put it into your slow cooker, and the truth is you don't even need to have it fully thawed when you get it in there. Just dump that in. You're gonna cook this on low for just 4 to 5 hours, shred it, and then you can serve this in your tacos, on top of nachos. You could even make wraps with this. It is super easy, and you just put whatever fixings you want. So your cheese and your lettuce and, ooh, cabbage.
Shredded cabbage. I swear, tacos and that sort of thing should have shredded cabbage.
And your green onions, your avocados, your tomatoes, like all the things. And jalapenos or serrano peppers, cilantro if you
I think the toppings are her favorite thing.
I love anything.
Did you say guacamole?
Flavors. Not yet. Salsa, sour cream, black olives, whatever.
My favorite thing about this recipe is that it actually goes so far. Typically, think about like a taco recipe, it's like 1 pound of ground beef that you cook up, and that feeds your family for tacos because you're just putting a little bit in. 3 chicken breasts goes a long way. So you might even have some left over, which then you can then portion out to also have on your nachos or in your wraps or another taco night.
The other thing that you can do if you have it left over is it's totally safe to take that now cooked shredded chicken and freeze it, so that then you can pull it out and have it on those nachos.
Absolutely.
Or tacos in a bag, or whatever it is you want.
Now, we have told you before that when you are making your freezer meals, it is actually very helpful for you to combine your proteins and do those meals together. So we're going to continue with the chicken, and then we'll move on to a different protein. It saves some cross-contamination. You already have your counter ready to go with all your chicken stuff, so you just continue on with the chicken because you don't want to go to the beef and then come back to the chicken. And it is just faster. Once it's done, then you can put that stuff away, you move on to the next. So we are going to continue on with the chicken. This is Addictive Chicken, and my goodness, is it ever. In our bag, we are going to add 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, a package of dry ranch seasoning, or if you have it in bulk, it's about 3 tablespoons. We're going to add in a block of cream cheese. You don't need to soften it. You don't need to cube it up because this is all going in the slow cooker for ooey gooey goodness. And then in a medium bag, we're going to add some bacon that has been cooked and crumbled and some shredded cheddar cheese. We're going to seal those up. We're going to staple them together. Make sure you staple above the seal because if you staple below, you're going to have a leaking problem later on and we don't want that. So staple above the seal, get these into your freezer and freeze them. On the day of cooking, thaw them, get them into your slow cooker. Now we're just going to do the big bag here with the chicken and the cream cheese and the dry ranch and let that go to town on low for 3 to 5 hours. Then we're going to shred that chicken, and you know it's going to shred so nicely. You're probably going to be able to just stir this and it will shred. Then we'll add in our mix-ins of the bacon and the shredded cheese. Because we are fancy, we're going to sprinkle some chopped green onion on there as well. This is such a good one to have on buns, with potatoes, with fries. It's a crowd pleaser and it goes a long way.
Absolutely. And even though it is also a shredded chicken recipe, it is very different from your zippy chicken tacos. So your family is not going to complain like, hey, haven't we already had chicken this week?
No, they totally won't. And I don't know if you realize, for the 20 minutes that we're going to spend preparing these, you're saving so much time on cooking day because you're going to have to take out all of your things to prepare it and get it into your crock pot and then clean it up. If you're going to do it on assembly day and do all of them, you're just getting it out once, you're cleaning it up once. You are not doing it daily like you did if you're cooking like a regular person. But we cook like queens because we have a freezer full of meals.
It's the best.
It really is the best. We want that for you. And you know what? These taste so good. Sometimes people are like, but it's frozen. But you know what? A lot of the stuff you get at the grocery store was actually frozen before you bought it. You don't know that because they're really good at thawing it and getting it there, and they do it safely. There's a way to do it safely, in the right temperatures and stuff. But you know what? This tastes fantastic. It really, really does. You throw enough bacon and cheese on anything and it'll taste good.
We are venturing away from our chicken to go to a vegetarian or meatless meal, flavorful. And this is our creamy slow cooker tortellini. Now there is a bit of a trick. If you've ever tried to cook tortellini in your slow cooker before, you might say like, it ended up mushy on me, or it fell apart, I didn't like the texture. There is a trick, so stay tuned to the end of this recipe for our little tip there. But all you're going to do to make this is in your large freezer bag, you're going to add some chopped spinach, minced onion, minced garlic. We use our garlic from a jar because it just saves a bit of extra time. Some diced tomatoes, half of a pack of cream cheese, and we're just gonna cube that up. Some shredded mozzarella cheese, vegetable broth, Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. We're gonna squish that together, get out as much air as we can and seal it. And then we're going to take some cheese tortellini. We use the tricolor cheese tortellini because it's available at Costco, and that's super handy and less expensive in this case. And we're using half of that really big, large Costco pack. So portioning that into a smaller medium-sized bag. And again, since you're using half, you might as well double this. Put half into each of 2 bags. Then when you freeze this, you're going to put your bag of tortellini with your large bag, and on the day of cooking, you're just gonna thaw those, throw the large bag contents into your slow cooker. This cooks up so quickly. You're gonna cook it on low for just 2 to 3 hours, even 1.5 hours will be long enough, honestly. And then 10 minutes, like 10 to 12 minutes before you want to eat this, then you add that bag of tortellini. And that's the magic. That's the trick to having unmushy. It's not an official word, right?
Unmushy, properly cooked.
Non-disgusting tortellini.
Yeah, it's fresh pasta, so it cooks up quickly. You really don't need a lot of time, and your slow cooker's hot. You get it in there, and bam, it's on the table in 10 minutes. That is a really, really great one. Do you know what my favorite thing about slow cooker recipes? If you love, love, love slow cooker recipes and you want more, you can join the Freezer Meals 101 Club. In there, we have filters. So one of them is slow cookers. You can click a button and all of our slow cooker recipes will show up. And these ones that we're telling you about today are in there and you will see them. Plus many, many more. I don't actually know off the top of my head, but I would say...
I think it's around 100, but I don't know. I'll show you. It'll be in the video.
It'll be in the video. That way, all of your slow cooker recipes show up. You can then filter, oh, I'm only going to do chicken because I found a really great sale on chicken and I'm going to make these chicken slow cooker meals. And then you can create your meal plan. And here's the best part. It will give you your ingredients list so you know how much to buy of everything, because you can also adjust your serving suggestions. You want to double these? You double these and the ingredients list will adjust. It's also going to tell you your prep list. There's not a lot of prep in these.
Almost none.
We have to cook and crumble some bacon.
Yeah.
And we have to cook some chicken. And
no, there's no cooked chicken.
Oh, there is no cooked chicken. It gets easier. You keep more and keep going. And then also our favorite part, the whole thing is our favorite part. Also our favorite part is that there's labels that go onto the bags like you see in our videos, and it tells you how to cook them, which is such a lifesaver.
It adds the date onto them.
It adds the date onto them.
When they went in the freezer. Just so you know, 3 months is sort of the rule of thumb.
Yeah, a lot of people ask, 3 months. Have we eaten them when they're 6 months? Sure. But really, because we do this every 3 months and we make a bunch of them, we eat them up and then we make some more. So we're actually pretty good at going through our rotation and getting them eaten up in that 3 to 6 month window.
Has one ever fallen down the back of the freezer and been found a year later?
No, that's never happened to me. I digress. This is really the best part about the Freezer Meals 101 Club is how easy it makes it for you. So you don't have to do all that heavy lifting with your brain. Just do it and you print it out and you do the work. It's great.
Totally. And you can check that out in the description down below. Next one we're going to make is 3 ingredients. It's even less than our 4 ingredient zippy shredded
Don't blink
chicken
or you might miss this.
So fast. But it's actually surprisingly flavorful.
So good.
You might be curious what it is. This is Kalila Pork. My kids, we made this recently. It disappeared so quickly. They were taking it for their lunches, to work or to school. We didn't even get to enjoy it as a family. They ate it the first night as like a midnight snack. This is what happens when you have teen and young adults. Anyway, and some of them were eating it as is, and some of them were adding barbecue sauce to it. So all you're gonna do is in your large resealable freezer bag, you're going to add a pork roast, and then you're gonna put some salt on it and add some liquid smoke. The end. Ta-da! You're gonna seal that bag up after you take the air out and get that in your freezer. This one does not lay flat, although I guess that's pretty obvious.
You got a big lump in your freezer and that's okay. Do you know what? You'll use it sooner than later because the other ones won't fit as nice if it's in there.
Exactly. So you want to thaw this one before you put it in. You can cook it from frozen, but you're gonna have to adjust your cooking time a fair bit if you do that. So we suggest thawing it, and then you're gonna get it in your slow cooker. This is one where kind of the longer you cook it, the better. Like you wanna do it low and slow. So all day, 8 to 10 hours really. And then at the end of the day, it's going to shred so easily. It's gonna be fall apart. Then you can serve this on buns, you can serve it on mashed potatoes, you can serve it on the side of roasted potatoes. You can do whatever you want with it.
You really can.
You could put it on nachos.
Yes, you could. So the sky is the limit with Kalila Pork.
I think it would be good because it's, you know, Kalila pork. I think it would be good also if you had it with rice and pineapple and green
beans.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think so too. I was already thinking like leftovers could go into like our pineapple fried rice that we have.
That would be good.
That would be really good.
Always thinking.
I know, there's always something that you can do with leftover pork. This recipe is so easy, it has easy in the name. It is easy Italian meatballs, and it's so easy we go to Costco and we buy the meatballs. They are pre-cooked, they are frozen, and they go in our bag. It's lovely. It's a great way to start your day. We're going to add in our pasta sauce. We're going to add in rosemary, some lemon juice, a little bit of salt and pepper, and that is it. We're going to get the extra air out of the bag, seal it up, and freeze it. On the day of cooking, you want to thaw this, add it to your slow cooker, of course, and you can cook this on low for 1 to 2 hours because it's already pre-cooked. You really just need to bring it up to temperature. And it is fantastic on spaghetti. You could use this for meatball subs, although we do have a separate meatball sub recipe that you should probably look for that at freezermeals101.com. And this one is just so easy. Everything about it, it's just easy and pleasing and done.
It's done.
And it's done.
The most important thing, especially as parents, is like if the meal is done.
And we always say done is better than perfect. Are these perfect? They're pretty close. Do you need to switch some things out sometimes because you have allergies? Yes, you do. And you can because you are making your own freezer meals. You have control of that.
Totally. Or because you discover like, oh, I don't have onions. I guess we're gonna skip the onions. Or you discover like, I don't have Italian seasoning. I guess I'll add some basil and oregano. Like, it's okay to play around.
Or I'm on a low salt diet. Maybe I won't add the salt to the Kalila pork. Totally okay. There are ways to make freezer meals your own, and we are so glad that we cook this way, and we're so glad that we're teaching you how to cook this way.
Let us know what you'd like to see more of in the comments, because just like we did with that little poll to see what cooking method you would prefer, we really do want to do things that help you. We want to make our videos tailored so that you are getting the most out of this that you can. We value the time that you spend with us. We know that your time is very precious. We appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna pop a video right there with some other slow cooker recipes.
Of course, because we have, about 100 of them.
Thank you for joining us today, and happy cooking.
Bye.